So you want to make art, but you need some inspiration. No worries, I've got you. Today's video is going to consist of 4 painting ideas that are on the happier, brighter, kind of summarier side. I'm going to be using acrylic paint for these paintings, but you can use whatever you want. The purpose of this is to just inspire you and get your wheels turning on what you want to make. Sometimes it's intimidating to sit down and start a project. So I'm here for you. So let's prep our palette here. I'm gonna use this palette for multiple projects, so I'm just putting generous globs down. We'll just take it from there. Next thing we're gonna do is coat our canvases with some colors here. I'm using magenta and I will be using burnt sienna later. You can skip this if you want. It's a stylistic thing. I like that underpainting to show through here and there. It's pretty fun. You can try it if you want. No pressure. Now that we have our canvases covered, we're starting the first painting. So for this one here, my idea is to take a larger project that you've done, something that you're proud of, shrink it down and do a tiny painting. Why am I recommending this? Well, if you are already familiar with this project and you've already done it, then it's gonna feel more comfortable because you've already overcome those obstacles on a larger scale. But second of all, I feel like repeating paintings, I have said this in the past, helps you grow as an artist. It might sound boring because you're not doing something new and super cool and different, but think of all the classic painters like Claude Monet. He would paint the same scene at different times of day. Now we're just painting like the same scene, maybe a little different, but shrink it down. It will still teach you something, I guarantee it. This one, I feel like it taught me not to take myself so seriously when I paint. And also just feel free to experiment. Like I used a liner brush for veins on the leaves and just had fun with it. So totally recommend this one. I will show you the larger painting at the end of this painting if you are curious. As promised, I will show you that larger painting now. Here's the larger one. And now look at the smaller one. They are slightly different scenes, but I took these pictures in the same exact spot. Like it's from the same flower bed. It's just a little different. This one here, the smaller one that we just did, I took a lot more creative liberties and I made some colors like super fluorescent just for fun. But realistically, this is what the color scheme was from the reference photo, and I painted this on a canvas. It was a very challenging painting. But this one, because I did this one, it felt more approachable, and I really enjoyed painting it. So I think with social media, we see so much new stimuli every single day that the concept of just creating the same thing can sometimes fly over our heads, because I do kind of feel like there is a pressure to create something different all the time. But you know what? You don't have to do that. My recommendation also with this type of project is make sure it's something that you love painting. Like if you don't like painting lizards, why are you painting 5 of the same ones? You know what I mean? I love painting flowers, so of course I will paint the same-ish scene again. So I hope this one inspires you, and if you do try it, I really hope that you can look back at the initial piece that you did, that you are replicating, and then look at what you created now and realize how much you've learned and how much confidence that you have gained as an artist, because I think this is one of the most empowering painting exercises especially if I get in a funk. So if you're hard on yourself, try this. It is so encouraging. Another thing I want to leave you with this exercise, give yourself those compliments as an artist and believe it. Believe it and feel empowered by your own compliments. This next painting idea is super fun, and I wanted to save this one particularly for a painting ideas video. And now that it's summer, I can finally share this one with you because it is summer themed. So last year I went to Norway with my husband and we went to an aquarium, and there were some sharks at the aquarium. They were beautiful, majestic. I had to take some photos. And then I told myself, I'm gonna paint these one day. Well, almost a year has passed and I still haven't. So I decided, you know what? Mini canvases are the perfect thing to paint this scene on. So I wanted to do this also because I usually paint the surface of water, but what lies beneath is just as fun and just as beautiful. So some encouragement for you, if you would like to paint a shark too, painting underwater life, I really feel like it's a lot more forgiving than it looks. I've done this multiple times now with different scenes, not always sharks, but it's always surprisingly easier than I think. And I think just blocking in the shapes first is really the crucial part. Once you start adding color and details, I think it's relatively easy to tell what the creatures are. I'll just say that. This one is also fun because there's gonna be rays of sunlight piercing through the surface in a minute, and this is a really fun effect to add, and it's super easy. You just water down your paint with one brush, put some lines down, and then take a dry paintbrush and smear it everywhere. And it's like, wow, looks like rays of sunlight. All right, so I varnished the painting and this is how it turned out. I'm not even joking, this was so much easier than I thought it would be. And I went into this thinking, this is probably gonna be the hardest painting of the video. It wasn't, but I will show you the hardest painting of the video soon. Before I show you any more paintings, we're at the middle of the video here, and I just wanna say, I will be selling all of these paintings in my shop along with prints. Not all of these paintings will become prints, but this one and one other one that I haven't shown yet will become limited edition prints. Just wanted you to know that. You can go to mirabyler.com to get them for yourself. Let's continue with the video. All right, we are starting my favorite painting of this entire video. It is silly, it is fun. I did not use a reference photo. I just made things up. So we're gonna paint a frog, and it's gonna be wearing clothing, like vintage clothing. Think poofy sleeves and everything, some lace. Yeah, we're doing this. For the frog head, I just kind of did like a half oval and then two little circles on top of that half oval. Super, super simple. And then for the shirt, well, what you see is what you get here. You can do whatever you want for this, but I wanted mine to seem really like cartoony, but busy, but cheerful, but summery, and kind of vintage. So I'm doing all these checkers in the background, and I'm gonna add this pink color, just kind of fill the background with that, and then layer on top of it later. Next, we're gonna move to the frog while the background dries. I added some eyes and some arms, and this frog is not a typical frog, as you can see by the mouth. So I shared this on Instagram, and a lot of y'all had some theories about this frog having some digestive issues. You tell me your interpretation of this frog. What is this frog thinking right now? Drop a comment, let me know. I'm curious. But the squiggly mouth is something I've been doing on some characters I haven't released yet, so part of it was inspired from that. I'm I'm adding some highlights, some blush. We're just giving this whole frog a little old lady makeover. It is so cute. If you don't want your frog to look this vintage, you can do other things. I love putting animals in outfits. I have a whole series of animals in clothing. You can check my shop if you want to see the others. Now we're getting to the fun part because we're adding strawberries in the background. I really enjoyed this part because if you've been watching my channel this summer, you know I have been super into strawberries lately. At the end here, I lightened the frog's face a little bit just so it would pop better against the background. And that's it. I really enjoyed painting this one. And believe it or not, this was the hardest painting of this video, a cartoon frog. It took the most time, it took the most planning, but it was also the most fun to make. I really enjoyed it. And then I made the edges bright red, so hope you like this one. I will have prints and stickers available in my shop. The stickers won't be out until mid-July, but you can get the print now if you want it. All right, let's start the final idea for this video. So if you need some inspiration and you're really feeling summer, I've got you. Let's paint a little forest scene here. All you have to do is draw some lumpy vertical lines on your page or paint them on your canvas, and then do some blobby dots for your leaves. Use multiple shades of green. It makes it look more believable. Layer them on top of each other. And then we're gonna paint the sky around the trees. And I know what you're thinking, why wouldn't you do that first? You could if you want to, but I want some of the magenta from the background to leak through. It adds a really cool effect. I really like it. Some people don't. Up to you. You do what you want. But the cool thing about this painting, it is a gradient effect painting, so this background is going to blend all the way down to pink. And now you have a rainbow sunset. So now what we're gonna do is just touch it up here and there, add a little bit of detail to some of these trees, and then add a sun, and do that same lighting effect that I told you about with the shark to make the light leak through. And that's it. Here's the painting. It's super tiny and it was super easy and fun to make. I hope these ideas inspired you, even if you don't want to paint or draw the same things that I just showed you in this video. I hope that it got your wheels turning a little bit, or maybe it got you in the mindset that like, okay, if she did that thing, then I can do the thing that's on my mind. Like I can do it. I also hope you have a good day. Thanks for hanging out. Bye.